Hello everyone, Jay from the Golden Testificate here, and today I'm going to be bringing you 15 Minecraft mods to help spice up your Minecraft world, so let's just get right into the video. So the first mod I decided to throw on the list was Pint Decorations, or Pint Deco. I can't remember the exact name, but this is a mod that doesn't have any downloads, and I really like how the decorations look, so I made this little room here just as a little demonstration of what the mod has. It doesn't have a lot at the moment, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be adding more in the future. I like how the couches look. You can't sit in them. They're not usable. I don't know if they're ever going to be usable or not, but this is definitely one of my favorite deco mods, so if you like to decorate, I would highly recommend this mod. Let's just move right on to the next one. The next mod I decided to throw on the list was Slab Machines. Now, if you've ever played any sort of Sky Factory or Skyblock, you probably know about this mod. And all it does is it lets you craft half slabs of most usable blocks. There are add-ons for this too. So you can have like smokers and blast furnace, that's what it's called. And so to craft these, it's super simple. You can either craft the chest by crafting a normal chest with slabs, or you can just throw your items into the crafting grid. And I think there's an issue with this version of the mod where it won't let you stack them at all. It'll do that. And honestly, it's fine for me. I like being able to, place my half slabs of blocks. Just kind of have some fun with it. It helps save on space. I highly recommend this mod. Let's go to the next one. The next mod on the list is one Sunday fans would probably really like, and that is Cobble For Days. Now all this does is add some tiered cobble gens that don't require you to build a full-on cobble gen. They also generate cobble a lot faster. So to show you how fast they generate, I set up this little contraption here so it takes the cobble out and puts it in the chest. Now this is not going to be sped up, but let me turn it on, and this is what the Diamond Tier 5 Cobble Gen does. So that's pretty fast, and if you get another mod like Project E, you can get the washer flowing time and just speed this thing so fast. There's not even a need for that much cobble, but it's always nice to have thousands of double chests full of cobble. So if you like to build and you're running out of cobble, or you just like cobble as a block, I'd highly recommend this mod, so let's get right on to the next one. Now, for this next mod, I did have to disable my shaders because it breaks and it doesn't work when you have shaders, but this mod is called Ping. Now, all this mod does is add this ping menu, and you can say like go to, and it'll show people where you want them to go to. You can say, like, let's go over here and say alert over there. I guess it's too far. So I'll say there's an alert over there. And so it'll make the ping, look over there, or mine that block. Just super simple pings. It's great for multiplayer if you're not in a voice chat and you don't want to text chat. I'd highly recommend this mod. Let's get right on to the next one. So the next mod I decided to add was Nifty Blocks. Now, if you like building, this mod adds a ton, and I mean a ton of different blocks you can use to build. It adds a bunch of fun items, and there's so many blocks that I'm just going to show you the creative menu, and if you see anything you like, you should download this mod and go use it. So starting off, we have this air raid siren. Then we have this crappy guitar that's not in tune, which it doesn't sound great, but it's fun. And then we have, you might want to turn your volume down for this because it's really loud, an air horn. So those are some of the fun items that this mod adds. And then if I come to the menu here, they add all these other items, different foods, drinks. They have tons of building blocks for city decor, restaurant decor, house decor. If you really want to just spend forever building, I would highly recommend getting this mod. They just have so much. And then there's the lighting, which adds even more different ways to add lights to your builds, and this includes neon signs. So I hope you guys enjoyed this mod, so let's move on to the next one. Now, this next mod is pretty straightforward. It's called DisenchantingForge. It is just a disenchanting table, but it has its own little twist that I actually really like. So if you have your weapon or your armor with, let's say, for me I have sharpness on it, you can come to the table, put it in, and then put a book in, and it'll take the enchantment off of your tool and put it onto the book. I don't know if you can stack them all onto one book, but I know you can stack books in an anvil, so you might end up having to do that. But this is a really good mod if you just want to just work on getting some really nice armor, some great enchants, and I highly recommend it. So let's move right on to the next mod. So this next mod on the list, I'm going to have to cause a little destruction here in a second, but it's called the Hole Filler mod. Now, I've used this mod for a really long time. This mod is really nice, especially if you're trying to clear out areas to build, if you want to like fill up a tiny lake that's in between you and a friend's house, or just some stupid stuff like that. So it has a dark mode, which will replace all light in an area with darkness, and then light does the opposite. Water fills an area with water, lava fills an area with lava. Now slice just clears like a layer of land, I guess is a way to put it. So if I can find a layer of land I want to get rid of, let's see here. No, I don't really have one. That won't go into my building here, so you can have fun with these yourself. Now these are your main hole fillers here, and I like to use the normal one and the smart one. And if you see there when I hold shift, I actually have free dirt turned on in the config. I don't know if it's on by default, but it just lets you have free dirt. So I'm going to grab the hole filler, and then we're going to cause some explosions. Alright, and now we just have this big hole that we don't know what to deal with. So you can just throw your hole filler in. Oh, apparently it's not working with the free dirt, so I'm gonna have to pick up some dirt, and then you can just throw in your hole filler, and voila, your hole's filled. Oh, and it was free dirt. I don't know why I was asking for material, but that's all this mod does. It's really useful. I'd highly recommend it. Let's move on to the next mod. Now, the next mod I decided to add on the list was Wall Jump TXF. Now, this is a wall jump mod that I have used for a while, and they just got it for the new version, or it's a port that's new. They don't really state anywhere on the mod page, but this mod is really nice. So first, before I go over the main aspect of the mod, here's some of the enchantments it adds. It adds double jump, which lets you double jump, and then adds double jump 2, which lets you triple jump. It adds speed boost 1, 2, and 3, which I guess just give you speed 1, 2, and 3. And then wall jump, in case that it's disabled by default that you can't wall jump, they have an enchant book. So if it's something you have to get an enchant for, you can. So to go onto a wall, you can just jump and hold shift, and that's how you latch onto the wall. And you can't jump up the same wall twice. It won't let you do that. So here, let me show you. So if you jump, turn around, jump, turn around, jump, you go up. And so I made it to the pillar. But now if I want to get down without taking fall damage, if you jump and hold shift on a wall, you'll slowly crawl down the wall. And this is really nice in survival when you're trying to like traverse ravines, or like in zombie apocalypse mod packs where you're trying to go down a city building or something. These are really nice parkour mechanics. They're super easy to get the hang of, and I'd highly recommend it. Let's get to the next mod. The next mod I threw on the list is for you bakers out there who want to add more to your world. This next mod is called Just More Cakes. All it does is add many more cakes to the game. And some of the games, like the Ender Cake, actually have functionality. I think a lot of the cakes do. I just haven't really tested out stuff like the Creeper Cake because I don't want to blow everything up. And so I got the cupcake. I'll also get the golden apple cake, and I will get the chorus cake. And so if I place the cupcake, you're pretty sure you can just eat it like a normal cake, but I have no hunger right now, so I can't really eat it. And then there's the golden apple cake, which I'm assuming gives you golden apple effects, and the chorus cake, which gives you, just teleports you. All these cakes have their own cool custom models. I think they're pretty cool. I'd highly recommend this mod if you really like to build or bake. Ow. Okay, so don't eat the obsidian cake. It hurts your teeth. So, if you like this mod, download it. Tell me how you like it. Let's move on to the next mod. So, the next mod I decided to add was Immersive Melodies. Now, this mod is really fun. I was going to show you that you can give the instruments to a skeleton, but then it kept shooting me. It also didn't die, so I switched to peaceful to get rid of him. So, yeah, we don't have Mr. Skeleton anymore. So they added these instruments. They had a bagpipe, a didgeridoo, a flute, a lute, a piano, a triangle, and a trumpet. And yes, there are playing animations for every single one of them. And I actually really like this mod. So here, when you right click, you have a bunch of these melodies here. Now you can add your own MIDI. It is possible, but I haven't gone through and done it. But let's pick... what would be a good song here? Let's do Skyrim theme. So it's a pretty fun mod, and you can start a band with all your friends. I'd highly recommend this mod. I've had a blast with it for like the few minutes I've played with it. And let's move right on to the next mod. Now the next mod I added on the list was Lenient Creepers. All this mod does is make it so creepers don't destroy dropped items. So if I drop my sword... Oh yeah, hold up. Let me switch it out to peaceful really quick, because that skeleton was causing me issues anyway. So I drop the sword, and the creeper explodes. The sword, unlike what it normally would do, stays. So it's really nice if you just always die to creepers, and they're always blowing up your stuff. I'd highly recommend this mod. Let's move right on to the next one. So the next mod I decided to throw on the list, I decided to put up here because I haven't been here in a while, is the charcoal block mod. Now all this does is add a charcoal block, and from what I've read, it works exactly like a coal block. There's no difference except it's charcoal, and you just make it like you would a coal block with 9 charcoal, and that's all it does. It's a nice little alternative to having to go mine for coal. I'd recommend it, and let's move right on to the next mod. The next mod on the list, a lot of you builders might like, and even if you don't like building, you might really like this mod. This mod is Little Tiles. So what this mod is, it's kind of like a chisels and bits type mod. It works very well. I keep having visual issues inside of this version, so I would keep that in mind when working with it. So you can do shape, pillar, 5, and you can, it's kind of buggy and creative, but I don't know if I need any extra blocks for this, so I'm in creative. So another thing you can do is use the chisel, and you can make little chiseled bits of stuff, and you can make some pretty detailed builds with this. You can also use the saw, which I think I need a full block for, so I'll just use the ground. And I honestly, oh, there we go. It's kind of showing how it's working, but I don't understand how a lot of this stuff works. I haven't messed with it a lot. All I know is that if you want to spend the time, go through and get this figured out, go ahead. Actually, I might be able to use the paintbrush. So if I do this blue, I can paint stuff, which is that's a really ugly blue, but it's there. So if you want to do some detailed builds, I'd highly recommend this mod. Let's go right to the next one. This next mod I decided to add purely because I thought it was funny. It's literally called Another Liquid Milk Mod, and all it does is exactly what you think it lets you do. So I'm gonna not place it in my house and ruin my carpet. You can place milk. That's it. It just lets you place milk. I don't actually know how it interacts with water. So it just kind of stops on the water. The water will water down the milk, and then you can just pick it back up. And seeing how fast it flows, you might be able to make an infinite source, which I feel like would be hilarious to have an infinite milk source in your world like that. But it's a fun mod. I would... Oh no, I broke my carpet anyway. I would highly recommend this mod. And let's move right on to the final mod of today. Now, the final mod of today was one that I was particularly interested in. It's called Lava Walker. And all it does is it adds an alternative to Frost Walker called Lava Walker. So I got these boots that I made with Lava Walker, and I made a little lava pit over here so I can show you. This mod, after testing it, is really cool. Unlike other Lava Walker stuff, so like once you walk on it, it'll do exactly like what Frost Walker does, and it'll slowly have the obsidian break and return back to lava. Now this mod is really helpful for your nether travel, so you can just kind of like sprint around. I wouldn't recommend jumping because it is just like Frost Walker, but it's a fun little mod to have, especially when you're exploring risky areas. It's great for mining, great for the nether, and that's pretty much it for this mod. Thank you everyone for making it to the end of the video. If you're seeing this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment on what your favorite mod of today's video was. Now, we're almost at 1,000 subs, and I have a huge plan for 1,000 subs, and the video might come out after 1,000. Like, it might be a little bit after, because it will take some time to prepare and do. So, if we can hit that milestone, it will be kind of a fun little video for you guys. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.